Welcome back to Sea Life Outdoors. It's finally arrived. So I put in an order for a linear actuator for the Impact Implements tool that I had bought several years ago. A couple of months back, was trying to scrape and redo a berm that feeds water over to our dry pond, and broke the actuator, actually broke the reservoir that holds the hydraulic fluid in it. This is the broken piece. Kind of see there, I had an eye bolt that I had going through that hole there that sat too high, and when this lowered all the way down, when I was doing some scraping, I guess I hit a bump or a rock or something, and it bounced pretty good, and actually came up and jarred the reservoir here. So it cracked, all the fluid came out and ceased to function. So we're going to take the pins out and replace the actuator and make sure it works. Should be fairly simple fix. All we've got to do is take this pin out here, which since I've used it and abused it, the pin's actually warped a little bit, bent, so I'm gonna have to tap that out. That should come out, and then the bottom pin here should come out. It does have an adapter connection that should be similar to what's in that box there. Again, this is supposed to be a replacement for this IP67 linear actuator for us. And then we'll plug it in to the connector piece here. It does not come with its own pins. It does state that in the parts list. This is only the pump part, or the actuator part itself. But there's the connector. I do want to make sure it works before we... Okay, so we have connected the new spare part, or the new actuator, to the female adapter. Now we're going to actuate the pump just to make sure it functions properly. looks great. Let's disconnect. Okay. Again, here's the broken actuator. I'll wrap that up. Get it away. All right, so overall pretty happy about that replacement part. It's functioning much better. I had this actually flipped the other way, the opposite way, when I initially put this on, but it's probably installed incorrectly by me, so operator error to begin with, but flipping it over gives me a longer length of pull, or a length of extension for this linear actuator, so we'll give this a go. But now that puts the cabling on the right hand side, which I've mounted the cabling on the left hand side, and I could probably fix that, and I may do that, just clip how I've got it mounted here and rerun it back over on the right hand side, but it's fine for now for what I need. There's no pinch points for the wire, the cabling, or the conduit. It's all good for now until we break it again. There it is. You know, it's bad when you can't remember where you put your implements at. And I'm normally an organized person. Okay. All right, this is the state of the driveway. We're going to obviously test out our scraper and kind of break up the gravel in the driveway, freshen it up, give it a little bit of a facelift. Again, it's not the same as adding another layer of gravel on, I know that, but you know, just want to do a little facelift on the driveway and try to scrape up some of those grass lines that are encroaching in the driveway over towards the center, and see if we can't fluff it up a little bit. mess that I've made. Seemed to work okay. Again, it's just enough to kind of fluff it up a little bit.
Yeah.